Now, how do you catch fish? There's a hook. Well, why would the fish bite a hook? There's a bait. Now, the hook is Satan's trap, but the bait is how he entices us. And he knows the bait that you like. He knows it. And he's putting it on the hook. That night, one of the nights, my dad and I baited our hook for, they're called spots. It's a type of fish. It was a school. We caught 100 fish that night because they kept eating the bait. Because once they nibble the bait, it goes, yummy, this tastes pretty good. So they nibble. And this is a picture of sin. You kind of nibble at it. And then you think, oh, this tastes pretty good. And then you take a big bite. And then you get hooked on it. And then you get reeled in. We reeled in 100 fish. And in the U.S., we have to clean the fish, scale them, and gut them. So I cleaned 100 fish, and I chopped off their heads, and we froze them, and then we ate them. Okay, and this is a picture of what Satan is trying to do to us. Now, everyone says, Satan made me do it. No, he just sets you up. But you do it, and you have to be responsible. You cannot blame your mom, your dad, God, Satan. Just look at yourself in the mirror and say, it's your fault. It's your fault when you sin. We are carried away and enticed by our lust, and it leads to sin. Sin leads to death. You know, it causes death to relationships. It causes death to your spirit. If you're a child of God, it doesn't cause eternal death. But if you're continually in sin, then you better check if you're a child of God. Because the Bible says that if you belong to Him, you will not keep on sinning. And I'll tell you why. So don't be deceived, my beloved brethren. It's our fault. Turn to your neighbor and say, it's my fault.
It's my fault.
Okay. But you can do something about it, okay? So, no temptation, the Bible says, has overtaken you, but such as is common to man. Have you heard this excuse? But you don't know how strong the temptation was. It's really a very difficult one. You know, I don't think anybody else has this temptation. I'm sorry, you're not unique, nor is your temptation. The Bible says, no temptation has overtaken you, but such as is common to man, and that's add women, okay? And God is what? Faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able. He knows, He calibrates, He knows what you are able through Him. You don't have to give in to sin, but with the temptation, what? He will provide the way of escape also, so that you will be able to endure it. Therefore, my beloved, flee idolatry. So, what is it saying? God doesn't doesn't tempt you. In fact, He makes a way out. There is always a moment when we can escape. There is always a moment. You're about to gossip about someone, and there's a little voice, don't say that. And then you say, well, I'll just say a little. Okay, you already started, and then it precipitates. So there's always a way.